How to embody goddess energy? Here are my tips on connecting to the goddess energy within you and reclaiming your divine feminine power. There's nothing complicated here, you don't need to go out and buy anything, and you can get started today. 1. Tune into your emotions. The first step to unleash the goddess energy within you is to become aware of the hidden thoughts, feelings, emotions, pain, shame, and trauma in your subconscious. Most of us store feelings we don't want to deal with in our subconscious. Sometimes, things lurk in our shadows that even we are unaware of, maybe from our childhood or because we've been so busy doing that our emotions have been neglected. If we ignore how we truly feel and don't deal with the emotions stirring within us, those emotions can lead to anxiety, stress, and mistrust of ourselves. Blockages can happen in our chakras, and this can lead to both emotional and physical disease. It's a toxic masculine trait to bottle up our feelings, refrain from crying, and pretend we're fine when we're anything but. If you want to activate goddess feminine energy, then you have to address your feelings and feel them. All of them, positive and negative. This is the work of the wild woman archetype. Is there something bothering you or lingering from days or weeks before? Think about why you feel that way. How do things feel in your physical body? If you need help with this, working with a therapist or coach can create a safe space for you to feel all the feels and get to the root of your emotions. 2. Work with archetypes. One of the best ways to reconnect with goddess energy and the divine feminine is to work with the feminine archetypes. There are so many facets to the feminine, so many different roles we play in life, whether it's the mother, queen, creatrix, or wild woman. Each of these archetypes embodies a combination of different thoughts, strengths, and qualities, and each one is just as valuable as the next. Plus, each archetype has a positive side and a shadow side. It's common for us as women to only work with a couple of these archetypes or fall into the shadow aspects of an archetype rather than her strengths. So understanding what these archetypes are can help you see what your dominant ones are and the ones you need to spend more time with. The sun is masculine energy, while the moon is feminine. Men live by the day, and women rule the night. This is the way it has always been. In ancient times, societies lived on a lunar calendar of 13 moons, each one 20-ish days long, every year. Over time, this was changed to a solar calendar consisting of 12 man-made months that are all slightly different lengths. On top of this, the moon cycle mirrors our menstrual cycle. Both have 4 main phases. The energy of those phases are in sync. So living in flow with the moon and celebrating her with a new moon or full moon ritual is powerful for women. This is one of the best ways to embody goddess feminine energy. Heal your relationship with your sacred cycle. Period blood was revered as a sacred, magical elixir of life. And rightly so, because that's exactly what it is. But over time, all things that symbolized feminine power were twisted into something evil, dirty, and sinful. Menstruation was no exception, and we're still trying to eradicate the shame that surrounds women, periods, and menstrual blood. Temples across Asia still display signs that tell women they cannot enter if they are bleeding. This is a gross misogynistic abuse of women's rights, and I don't know why more people aren't talking about this. Religion is not an excuse to degrade and shame women and their natural cycle, the natural cycle of life. Another great way to reclaim your goddess energy is to make peace with your sacred cycle. Question where the shame and pain were learned. Shift how you see your cycle. Learn about it. Flow with the natural energy available at different phases of your cycle. Speak openly about your period with everyone in your life, both women and men. 5. Give yourself permission to be. The masculine is doing energy, while the feminine is being. Neither is better, and both have their place. Unfortunately, our society places a ton of importance and value on doing. This is why we're so anxious, stressed, and overwhelmed as a world, particularly in Western societies. We feel like we always have to be doing something. This can last only so long before we swing out of balance and burn out. Goddess energy is about recognizing when you need to pause, rest, and find stillness. Do not be afraid to do nothing now and then. We all need periods like this. A balance between doing and being, taking action and resting is what balancing the masculine and feminine looks like in practice. Let yourself take a day off, enjoy a 10-minute tea ritual in the middle of the day, daydream on the sofa, or sit and meditate for however long feels good. Recognize this moment right here, and allow yourself to be in it because this moment is all we have. 6. Slow down. Sacred tea ritual. Pin IT. Are you starting to see a theme here regarding goddess feminine energy? It's all about slowing doing, being fully present, and enjoying the small, simple pleasures life offers. When was the last time you let yourself savor the warmth and aroma of your Sunday morning mug of coffee? How about the taste and sensual experience of a piece of rich dark chocolate melting on your tongue? Or the beauty of the moon illuminating the night sky as you walk home? The goddess is calling you to slow down. 7. Let yourself receive. The masculine is the giver, while the feminine is the receiver. But all too often, we end up in giving mode. We give and give to everyone around us, our work, and our communities, and we end up at the bottom of our priority list. Have you ever received a compliment from someone only to brush it off or immediately give that person a compliment back? This is another way we stop ourselves from receiving. Next time someone compliments you, say thank you and let yourself receive it. Ask people for help when you need it. Make time for self-care and pour back into your own cup. 8. Turn your home into a sanctuary. Another way to embody goddess energy is to turn your home into a calm oasis that makes you feel inspired and beautiful. Real plants, flowers, hygge fabrics, inspiring artwork, vibrant or cozy colors, heavenly aromas, crystals, and fairy lights can all transform any space.